Welcome back to another podcast. I'm your host, Victor, and my co-host, Mark. How you doing, sir? You beautiful human being.
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, man. Can't complain. Life is good. I got a day off, and I'm just here with you. So what more can I ask for, buddy?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like I'm tired. I'm good, but I'm tired.
Cut the cameras.
No, yeah. This morning I went on a hike with some people from church. So like, yeah, I'm like trying to get myself through the rest of the day because it's like I did it so early, and now I'm like realizing like, bro, I still got the rest of the day. Like I can't just like act like I gotta check out.
Power nap it and come back later.
Yeah, it's like I still got at least like 5 more hours of stuff I can do. So it's like I might as well like wake myself up. But no, yeah, we went to like Wissahickon, like around there. I forget exactly what the trail was called, but yeah, we went over there and just went for like at least like an hour and a half for a hike and everything. But it was good. Yeah, haven't been on a hike in a while since the last time we went. That time I was telling somebody, I was like, yeah, the last time I went on a hike, like we really underestimated. I mean, we definitely took the wrong path, but underestimated just like how much work a hike can be. Yeah. And like, yeah, it was that time was dreadful. I was just like, not to mention, like, I don't think it was so much the hike. For me personally, I think it was what I did before the night before.
What did you do the night before?
It was all of us.
Well, what did we do the night before?
We were at one of our friends, like I think there was like a get together he had at his place.
Oh yeah.
Or so. And yeah, we were
we just woke up the next morning and like, did that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, we were just like not feeling the best. And I was sitting here like I had to go to the bathroom, bro. And I was just going from almost start to finish, just like, bro, I could go and just go in nature, but I'm like, nah, bro, it's not going to feel good after. So I was like, I had to hold it in. But
memories though.
No, yeah, great memories. I'm not going to lie. Like that sleep after.
Then we get in the pool afterwards too when we got back?
Maybe. Yeah, probably at your house. Yeah. Most likely. But definitely like that shower and that sleep that day was probably
rejuvenating,
immaculate. Like I was probably like asking for it. But yeah, went on a hike. But that's about it as far as today. Rest of the week was fine. So
cool. Yeah. Went to see Deadpool Wolverine yesterday. Dope.
Nice.
Definitely check it out if you're into that kind of thing. Great movie. Not going to spoil it, but it's hilarious.
Nice.
But it's not what we came here to talk about, Mark. A lot has happened, and we're just going to touch on it. First off, Biden's out. That happened. Kamala Harris in. Potentially supposed to be like our person, you know, the person that's going to lead the way.
Yeah.
We don't know how that's going to go down. We'll see what happens. Trump called her a bum. That was another thing that happened. I also saw another
clip.
Did he
use those words?
No, like I can play the video for you verbatim. He was just like 3 weeks ago, she was a bum. And now all of a sudden she's like at the forefront. Like that was basically what he was saying.
You know what's crazy is like, I kind of agree.
Bro, absolutely.
I'm
not going to call her a bum, but she was not existent in this president.
Exactly.
Like I have seen her speak so much more in this week and a half alone than the past 4 years.
4 years that she's been, yeah. It was like the first like maybe like 2 months when she got in, it was like yeah.
We did it, Joe.
Yeah.
And then that was it.
That was it. Yeah. After that, it was just like radio silence.
Yeah. But I will say, though, I don't know, I haven't read up on her politics or like whatever. I know she used to be like work heavily in law enforcement. I know that's like a strong suit for her.
She's been undercover this whole time. That's why.
I don't know all the specifics yet. She just got put in as like the lead forefront to be the candidate for the Democratic Party. On a mic, she sounds cognizant and she sounds intelligent, which is a start. You know, I don't know nothing else. But at least speaking on the mic, she doesn't sound like she's embarrassing herself or anyone else.
Yeah.
Which is more than I can ask for the past 2 presidencies or the last 2 elections. So I'm cool with that.
I agree.
That's a start. We're not going to make this whole other political episode because I feel like the last 2 have been that. I also want to add the last week's episode that came out. I was in the middle of making the thumbnail for it, and that's when they got announced that Biden dropped out, which just threw my whole shit off. But it's okay. I stuck with it. So yeah, Biden called her a bum. He also said back in February.
Oh, Trump.
Oh yeah, Trump called her a bum. Back in February, this was not related to Kamala, but he was talking about Obama. I just saw this clip recently, and I was like, yo, I thought this was all on the same. I was like, this man been wilding out. But back in February, he was like, would you rather have the black president or the white president? And he said that verbatim on like a podium. It's not a joke.
This guy,
I could play
wild,
it for you,
bro.
and it's not AI.
Yeah, he's wild, bro.
Let's see if I can find it fast enough. But yeah, man. Okay, here's the bum one.
She was a bum 3 weeks ago. She was a
I was
bum.
like, yeah,
She was. Oh,
I agree.
Here's the other one.
Would you rather have the black president or the white president who got 1.7 billion off the price?
I just don't get what that has to do with
Yeah.
anything. Like that just shows
The race part,
racism.
yeah.
Like you'd rather have the president. You rather have the president who didn't do that, or president. Like, that's
Did-
all you
did-
had to
yeah.
say. You didn't have to use the race part in it at all.
So there was another clip I
Oh,
saw. He was
goodness.
just like, "Oh, like I love like Christians, go out there and vote. I love you, Christians. I'm not Christian, but you Christians go out and vote."
Oh my goodness, I can tell he's not a Christian. I
Yeah.
don't think anybody can.
But yeah, that's crazy. We'll see what happens in the election in months in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're not gonna make this all about politics. Another thing that I want to address: Sonia Massey, the woman that got shot by the police officer. They went into their house and like shot her in the eye, and she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ." And the guy was like, "Not today, you won't," and like shot her in the eye. Haven't seen the video because I'm genuinely tired of like being desensitized and seeing so much stuff like that on a daily basis that I'm like, I'll watch it eventually, but it's just like right now I can't. There's too much going on for me to consistently see
Yeah.
people's head get chopped off or shot or stabbed. Like there's no like restrictions on a lot of social media right now.
Yeah, it's
And even
wild.
Instagram's getting worse. We're just like, it needs to chill out. Like we are like somebody like we're like the last generation that knows life without internet and with internet. And since that stuff has spawned, like since we were probably like under 10 years old, we were seeing like mad graphic shit. And
Yeah,
I've gotten to a point where it's like I gotta control that a little bit more. So
it's a little out of
condolences
pocket.
to the family, and I hope that that fucking cop and everybody else involved gets the shit that they deserve. Super fucked up. Again, I don't want this to continuously be like us speaking on politics because we're not the most educated on this stuff. But no matter what the situation was that they entered her home, I'll put every dollar in my bank account that there was nothing warranted for her to end up dead in that situation.
Yeah,
If she
to
needed
get
to
to
be
that
arrested
point.
for whatever may she have done, cool, arrest her. But she should still be alive and breathing. So fuck everybody involved in that. And I say that wholeheartedly. Moving on.
Mhm.
There's something that I had remember hearing like details about, and then time passed and I forgot about it, and then it concluded recently, and I feel like this is something that we really need to like speak about because I want to hear your thoughts and opinions, and like, would you be a part of this or not? Have you heard about the Royal Caribbean Ultimate Cruise?
Yeah,
What do you know about it?
I mean,
I didn't expect you to say that. Yes, but it's not like their normal cruise.
oh,
That's why I
What?
say that. Like, obviously, you know who Royal Caribbean is.
that's the only thing I know.
No,
about
yeah,
them.
no. So Royal Caribbean, the cruise line,
Mhm.
they released something. I think in 2023 they announced it or started taking like applications for it. They announced the Royal Caribbean Ultimate World Cruise, which was a 9-month cruise.
Jeez,
Yeah,
what am I supposed to tell my workplace, my family?
I mean, some retired people or whatever. Some people would like
Yeah, it's
travel
true.
for work or whatever it may be. Some people just take years off. They take like gap years and shit. So if you had to guess, how much would it cost, you think, to get on this 9-month cruise?
I'll
Like
probably
one person,
One person, I would probably have to say like 1,500.
1,500
Yeah,
for a 9-month cruise.
yeah. I just say like when you think about like the amount of people that probably would be on, that's why.
Yeah.
Like if it was just like a private thing, like it would probably be more for
Yeah, yeah,
sure.
1,500 or 15,000?
1,500.
It is $50,000, Mark.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I was so
It's
far off.
$50,000 for an inside cabin, so basically one that's not exposed to like a balcony. You know what I mean? Like it's in the hallways.
Okay.
You know,
I
there's
got you.
some cruises you can have like a balcony and like see the ocean
I
and
got
shit.
you. I got you.
So it's 50,000 for non-balcony. For with a balcony is 90,000 per person.
Why, bro?
No.
Like it's not like I'm living there.
And you touch 7 continents, 11 world wonders, 60 plus countries, and 150 plus destinations.
You know what's crazy? Like when I
What's
see that,
crazy, Mark?
when I think about it though, like at the same time, I don't think it's a bad deal. The only of course, could the price be so much significantly less? Yes.
Mhm.
But like I can't get mad at them just because like again, you are seeing like almost the whole world. And I'm just also thinking like imagine you just start getting accustomed to that. Like you're here for 9 months. It's not like
Mhm.
I'm here for just like about 2 weeks. Like I'm literally like I'm gonna have to get there the first day and really just sit there and think like, wow, I'm gonna have to actually get accustomed to this. Like I'm on a boat.
Yeah, like I just
Like,
got to
we're-
deal with it. I mean, obviously
Exactly.
they port, but like
yeah,
your home is a boat.
exactly. Like, yo, I'm just gonna go back and just chill. Like, it's gonna be days where it's just like you can actually chill. Like, it's not because like I feel like when you think about that, it's like a vacation, so you're like trying to make the most of it. I think 9
You can
months.
take your sweet ass time,
Yeah,
but
like-
you're also in specific ports for so like brief amount of time. So
That's true, yeah. But I mean, 9 months, like, I feel like they give you, like, you're going to be there for a little bit too, to be actually have a day or two to just be like, all right, I'm just not going to really do that much. Like, that's why I think it's just kind of crazy. Like, you can have lazy days.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of crazy to think about when you're like on
You know,
vacation.
you don't feel like you got to be on a rush, like fitting everything in a
waking up
weekend
at
trip.
like 6 a.m. to be like, oh, God,
Yeah.
I gotta hurry up, guys.
Got to enjoy this vacation, but I got to rush
Yeah.
everything. So yeah.
It makes sense, but the price is.
So it hits every continent, and it hits most of the world, almost all of the world wonders.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, I think like that's something for like, say like you're a person who like worked all your life, you never had time to do
Mhm.
anything. Like this
and
would
you just
be,
save that up.
like
You're
this
like,
would be the thing.
You're like, fuck, like I'm about to sell my house for whatever, and just take this cut of it, and just like give myself a year
Yeah.
to just have a ball.
Yeah, I say that would be the perfect person for this.
I feel like you could maybe, I don't know. Could you do this? No, not 100. Maybe, I don't know. It depends how you go about it. I was thinking like, can you achieve this for less with like just taking flights, or like, you know what I mean? Because for example, like they say 100, 150 plus or 60 plus countries. Say, you know, you want to plan a trip, you fly to like Europe, like say you start in like France or some shit. At that point, like the flights, if you're in Europe, the flights are like super cheap. You can get like a flight to another, like you could fly from France to Germany or wherever else for like $100.
Yeah.
So you could hit like a lot of countries for less than the 50 grand. And
Yeah,
like,
I feel like you could definitely budget so much more. The lot where the money is coming into is just the luxury part.
yeah,
So,
but like how much
yeah.
luxury can you have on a boat for real? Like 50 grand gets you a dorm. You know what I mean? Like I doubt it's like a crazy, like you have all these people on a full boat. Everybody can't have a luxury suite.
That's true. But I guess it's just the amenities as far like the amenities part.
Mhm.
You know, like you can have like some activities to do. You also can have just like constant like food. It's probably just, you know,
Yeah.
what is it called? Like a buffet. Just,
Hopefully rotating, because I'd be fucking sick of that
yeah,
buffet.
bro. Oh my gosh. That's the one thing. Yeah. That's the one thing I would not want to be accustomed to is the food because they have to keep that Joan in there to like preserve it and
Mhm.
stuff, you know? So it's like, yeah,
Fighting
your
through it.
poops are gonna be
Yeah.
rock solid. Bro. You're gonna
Haven't
be-
been on a cruise ever. But like, I don't know. Like after COVID, I remember that one cruise that got stuck on the
Yeah.
shore for like months because they had COVID on the boat and they didn't want like it
Bro.
to spread.
That's scary.
Yeah, shit is wild.
Yeah, I've only been on a cruise once. It was fun, definitely, but it was just like one of those things where, well, I was young, so I couldn't really do as much. But if I was doing it now, yeah, it'd be pretty cool. You just definitely got to take advantage again of like when you port, you got to go out and just.
As I was saying, how much time do you like when you did it? How much time did you have to enjoy wherever you stopped at?
I think it was just like it wasn't a full day, but it was literally like just there for that day.
Like morning to night, and you had to get back on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing. And even then, like we spoke about briefly, like potentially doing one this year,
Mm-hmm.
and like even then we were like, yeah, we could do like 5 days to a week, like
Yeah.
9 months.
That's what I'm saying. 9 months is
You know,
kind of insane.
and it's like, even if say if you're like say if you were to travel for 9 months, like flights and shit, you still have like good amount of access to like cell service and stuff like on a boat. It's like kind of spotty, so like you can miss out on
You could,
hella
yeah.
shit.
I guess that's where it comes in with the like you got to purchase now Wi-Fi and
Mhm.
all that stuff over there.
So it touched literally like the entire world, which is dope to do in a year. Like that's a cool experience, but I don't know if I do it for free. I feel like part of the price tag is also they plan a lot for you.
Yeah.
And a lot of those times when you do package stuff like that, they charge you a lot because they do all the thinking for you. I feel like if I were to take the time, I'd be like, all right, I'm going to do here. Like I could do it for less.
Yeah.
But the reason that a lot of this popped up is because there's like one, this is the first time I think ever that there's been a cruise of like this length and like that
Mhm.
consistent. I do want to add also, you could hop on, like there, like even if you didn't do the 9 months, you could join this cruise line along their trips. Like say if like for a certain stretch,
Mm.
like say if they're doing a port from like, you know, France to, I don't know where else, like somewhere like Greece or some shit, you could join in France, go to Greece and hop off. But there were people who got off in the first stop and got off at the last stop.
Wow.
But it gained a lot of attention on TikTok because like this is the first time I've ever heard of a cruise line to go to this long. So people were keeping track of it. Some people that were on it were also like, you know, providing updates of life on the, because this is a reality show that writes itself.
Yeah, you know what I'm thinking of right now as I'm hearing this story? I'm just thinking of like a Mr. Beast video.
Yeah, like this is like last person leave the boat,
Yeah.
wins the boat.
Yeah, like that's literally what I'm thinking of right now because I'm like, it sounds like a challenge
Yeah.
almost.
The fact that they didn't offer somebody like the like some it's like at least a select few to be like with camera crew or some shit throughout this is crazy.
I'm not going to be surprised if we see Mr. Beast on there.
I mean, it's done. They've come. Like
Oh,
the
they're
nine,
done,
it's
okay.
over. Like they
Oh,
docked
okay,
like a month or two ago.
Ah.
So the 9 month is done. But if they were to come to me like, yo, bro, like we're shooting this show, you just gotta be on a boat for 9 months, I'm getting on it. And I hope you would too.
I probably would, yeah. I mean, if I can get something out of it, yeah, for sure. There's no
just
reason
to
not
just to say so. Imagine like obviously our like life is short and like, but think about it, like think if you just took 9 months to do this one thing and you can talk about that for the rest of your life.
You could talk about it for the rest of your life. And I also was thinking like, it's almost like, do you want to like try and experience, you know, traveling throughout your whole life, or you want to get it out of the way in like 1 year? Like you can really like choose off of this like one cruise.
Yeah. So it's kind of dope. It was a cool opportunity. I don't got 50 bands to throw around to just do that. Like I'd be in debt unless they take like Klarna or like a firm or some shit.
Yeah. You're
but-
gonna be paying that still for the rest of your life.
exactly. But yeah, so it got a lot of attention. People were keeping up on it. Some TikTokers were on there. Some people were like just providing. I was like, oh, I'm on the 9 month cruise. Here's what's happened so far. So there's a lot of shit that happened. Somebody got engaged on
That's
there.
good.
Somebody got married.
Nice.
The marriage package on there was ranging from $1,500 to $4,500. So there goes that $1,500 you were guessing.
There we go. Get married,
depending on what you got going on in your package. A couple had a fight and they decided to split. And they're like, I can't like live in the same room as this guy anymore. And she threw all his clothes overboard.
Oh, I'm throwing her overboard.
Yeah.
You can doing my clothes
Someone died on the boat.
How do you even like?
You gotta wait till they port. It's like if somebody dies on a plane, it's like you gotta emergency land or emergency port.
That's wild.
I'm sure they kind of have like that in mind. Or
what
if that in
point
case that were
then?
happen, they put it somewhere, the body somewhere safe.
But at what point though? Then like in the records, like where would it say that I died at? Sea.
At sea, yeah. Died at sea. Uncharted
Wow.
waters.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. That also happened. They had to reroute their like stretch because they were going towards the Red Sea, but there's rebels from Yemen fighting on the Red Sea because of the situation in Palestine and Israel. So they had to reroute their path of the boat.
Why didn't they figure this out beforehand?
I mean, there's no way. I mean, I feel like there's no way to like plot that out.
Well, I feel like that's been going on for a while. That's the only reason why I thought like they would
True, but
know, like,
you
okay,
know,
let's just not get near that kind
it
of.
could have been calm that day, you know.
All they started seeing was flags with skulls and crossbones.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, oh my gosh.
There was 2 lost passengers in South Korea on their stretch of the trip. They couldn't find 2 passengers. I think they found them, but like there was a point where they couldn't find them.
That was always my fear when I was on the cruise. I'm
Mhm.
like, bro, if we don't get back, like, what happens?
Ports were canceled, so there were certain places that they didn't get to stop at. There was flooding on deck because of storms.
Oh well, that's expected sometimes.
Yeah,
It sucks, but yeah,
so
I just don't get out of my room.
yeah, that's
And then
madness.
if I start seeing water coming from under my door, I'm like,
like, oh,
Titanic, bro, it's over, bro.
that was So that was another thing. Some people like joined halfway through just to get like an idea of what was going on there.
I wonder how
But-
much is like the halfway point though. Is it still the same price? Or like,
No, I doubt they're charging $50K just for you to join halfway through. I'm
what
sure.
if I do the last one and you're just like $50K? It's like, no,
Nah.
bro.
No, I'm sure it would just be the same as booking like any other cruise, where it's like whatever the usual cost would be for that. So, yeah, it's just like Sweet Life on deck on some real shit
True.
for real life.
I just realized, how could they do that, bro? That's like
That's a long
years,
time,
bro.
man.
It's not even months. That's like years.
Being away from your family for that long.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you really just gotta like kind of be like content with the fact that like
You're not going to see any of them unless they come with you.
with you or just like seeing back home for a while. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because like
I feel so guilty leaving for that long.
that's what I'm saying. Like I
On
don't know.
vacation.
Yeah, the most I could probably do is like 2 months, maybe. That's about it.
I would have to see.
That's probably the most I could do.
I could start with a week.
Oh,
See how I'm feeling then. Depends how comfortable it is. But then there's also there's those people that like work on ships, so they do that shit.
They probably
Basically
don't
all the
even really
time.
have family. That's the people they look for, you know. Like, oh, you got anything family? It's
Mhm.
like, yeah, I got like my little girl, my wife. It's like, leave them.
Yeah, you out. You want a job?
Yeah, you gotta pick. You can't have both.
Yeah. So that's wild. I don't know. I don't think I could ever do that, especially not for 50 bands. If it was like
No.
cheaper, sure.
Yeah, if you were telling me, like I said, 1,500,
Bro, what? That's 1,500 for like a weekend
yeah,
cruise they be having and shit. Like there's
I could do that.
yeah, but 50,000, that's college tuition. That's
Yeah.
fucking
Bro, that's a car, bro.
that,
a good
That's a
car.
nice car,
Yeah,
cash.
it's a good car. Yeah, like you tripping.
That's not. I don't even think you pay that in rent in a year.
Mm-mm.
So
That's
it's-
wild. Yeah.
So like, what are we doing here? But they basically cover your entire life for
Yeah.
9 months.
Hopefully.
I know, if they had all this shit
like,
popping off.
You gotta realize, like, you're giving them this money, but like, what if stuff like that happens? Like again, somebody died. Like, did they explain how they died?
No, the cause of death was unknown.
Like, what if it's from something on the ship? Like, you get my money back?
It-
Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
I'm sure there's hella waivers, bro.
true. If you die, we keep the 50.
And I was hearing there's mad issues with like visas and shit. Because obviously you're going from like all these different countries all the time. Like,
That's
what was it,
true.
50 plus countries,
Yeah.
60 plus countries? Like, if you don't have all your paperwork in order, it's like, what happens? You got to stay on the boat the whole time.
That is wild,
Yeah,
actually.
so
bro.
much planning.
Yeah, that stressed me out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't got my Portugal.
Yeah.
like what, bro?
What are we gonna do when we get to Lisbon?
Yeah, like bro, I'd be so stressed, bro. I freaking like look through my bag. There's just like a whole folder of different like visas.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh wait, where'd you put my
right?
Rebecca? Where'd you put my fucking passport?
Yeah, like I'd be so stressed. Nah, man. Yeah, let's just stay somewhere in the regular waters that we. Yeah.
I still want to try one day, but I don't know if I could do it for that long. We almost did, what was it, Virgin Voyages?
Yeah,
Or
something
what,
like
that was the one with like no kids and shit. I see that shit on my TikTok all the time now. It's like the one thing about Virgin Voyages is like we don't take kids. I'm like, all right, cool.
Cool.
Leave me alone, please.
Can it be for free?
Yeah. Another thing that was going on in the world, speaking of travel and shit, the Olympics kicked off their ceremony yesterday. Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it, but
It was a fucking mess.
oh yeah.
What were you gonna say?
You also heard about the one lady who swam inside the France waters. What's her name? You know,
No.
What's her name?
Was it about the poo-poo water?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, I mean I remember saying that like the water was dirty.
But I saw somebody like she swam in the water, basically saying like I don't want to say governor because they have
There was an elected official that like went to test it. Yeah, that was the whole point. That's why they started pooping in the water because they were like they spent billions. We talked about it on here. But it was like they spent billions of dollars to try to clean up the river, and the river wasn't getting clean, so they wasted all these taxpayers' money on this river. And it was still dirty. And then like one of their elected officials was gonna be like, I'm gonna go into the water to prove to you guys that it's not dirty.
Which doesn't.
And then everybody was like, yo, if you poop in your toilet, it'll get here to Paris in this river by this time. So yeah, so that happened. I don't know if it's clean. I was watching the event. It looked like the Schuylkill. So I don't know what's gonna happen. But they were in it on the boat. I was saying it'd be funny because they had everybody like in the opening ceremony, like on each country had like a section of a boat or their own boat with a flag, and it's like, oh, this is Team USA, Team Colombia, Team whatever. And I was just saying, it'd be hilarious if they were on that river on the boat and you just see everybody just like covering their mouth and shit or like with masks on.
Like this
But-
stank.
The ceremony was kind of butt, and the people were upset because like it was very sexual, and there was like I don't know how to properly say, but I guess like drag queens or like I don't know like what exactly they're situated, but it was just like very sexually forward for some people, and people were upset about that. I don't know if it was like real or not, or like what it actually was, but there was this one guy that got caught on camera, not caught, but like I don't know what it was, but it looked like his nut was popping out of his short. And like somebody saw it, was like, yo, like that's like his penis or some shit. It wasn't intentional, but his shorts were so short that you could see it. And people were like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what? This was on live TV. And then there was this one shot that like it was like all of those actors and actresses, and they were in this table, and it looked like the Last Supper, and it was just a bunch of people that like were being it was more like LGBTQ plus forward, but they were at a Last Supper type of setting, so people took kind of offense to that.
Hey, there was a good reason why I didn't watch it.
Yeah. So yeah, weird start. The ceremony looked like it kind of sucked. It was all over the place. It was raining, so I'll give them that. But also, like when you look at like previous ones, like the Beijing Olympics, when they had all the people with the fucking drums and shit, that shit looked badass. Or like the other prior
China
ones,
does it best.
yeah, they had that shit cool. And I'm like, why don't you do it indoors, like in some capacity? Like I get you had the Eiffel Tower and the river and all that shit, but
Eiffel Tower.
yeah,
I saw Ron.
yeah, it was the flag. It was the George Washington and shit.
That was the funniest thing I
Yeah.
saw from him, bro. I saw all the memes. And it was just his face. He seems like that one kid in class. Like, I don't know. He's just like smiling. Just
Someone says like, yo, LeBron's funny without trying to be funny.
yeah, like
but
oh man, I was cracking up.
or like what was it? It was the RDC skit. I think it was them. Yeah, it was RDC where they're talking about like all the countries trying to compete with Team USA for basketball.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, who's on the team? He was like, all right, let's put everybody on LeBron, and then everybody else would be, it's LeBron. Like,
and
you know,
then
he
they
was like,
keep mentioning.
what about Anthony Davis? He was like, he's Steph Curry. All right, so we'll put two on him.
He's like,
what
are we gonna do about it?
He's like, they can't all be from USA.
They can't be.
LeBron.
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 Come on, bro. He's French. Come on, bro. Bro, I was dying, bro.
But yeah, our team is fucking massive compared to other countries, and I was just like,
Yeah, I think we have like what 500.
the most, and like
Yeah, and other people.
we have more Olympians just on our basketball teams for men and women than other countries do, like on their like total.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we have like 500 or something. I think the next most will be like 400 maybe.
Yeah.
But I think that was like China, I think, or something
Yeah.
like. But that's crazy.
I like as an event, the Olympics sucks. Like they exploit all these athletes for no money and they make hella bread off of it. And I've talked about it before. After the Olympics leaves, the city that has hosted it is in shambles because all these people come over and fly over there and do all this crazy shit. There's drugs, money, prostitution, all this shit. The city's in shambles because it's not their country, so people don't give a fuck and they fuck it up. But I just love when the USA just get to drop their nuts on everybody else and just show them who the fuck is boss every 4 years.
USA.
So that's gonna be fun, Just we're fat all the other 3 years. Well, when it comes to this year, it's just we really get to just flex our shit.
This is where we show
Just
off.
pull our fat ass stomachs on the table and say, "Hold these fucking gold medals, bitch! Shine them for me."
It's like, yeah, the reason why it's so heavy is because of all this gold.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, the U.S. has just a bunch of people from other countries. That's why they're so great. It's like, all right, really? Then why the people from the other country don't do the same shit?
I asked the question as to like, why did they leave?
That's a different question for a different day, Mark. They did not leave. They were stolen.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's true.
And then other people were emigrated here from other countries, which is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, if that's the case, why can't you guys do it too? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
We all have, there's only a certain amount of slots to qualify. It just so happens to be that we take up the most slots. We're not even the most populated country.
That is true. We just are the most gifted, I guess.
And we're not the greatest country in the world. People saying it now. We suck. We had all these issues.
But when it comes to the Olympics.
When it comes to dunking a fucking basketball or fucking boxing or running. What else? Name a sport.
Water polo?
Water polo. Diving. Gymnastics. Swimming. Oh my God.
Tennis.
Katie Ledecky is going to fucking body everybody in sight. Canada just got lost points because they were cheating. Day one.
Wow.
Started their match. Their first match was today.
How did they cheat?
Their coaches got caught with drones over, I think it was New Zealand. Basically, there was a soccer match happening today. Canada had a soccer match, the women's team, and the coaches had drones over the other team's like practice field or like some shit like that, and we're watching them practice, and they got caught with drones. So they got deducted like 6 points, and then all the coaches are like suspended for like a year. They haven't even played, started.
I want to know, was that like orchestrated all together, or was just them like behind the scenes?
Apparently, just the coaches knew, and the players didn't.
I would be so furious.
Yeah,
with them, bro.
I'd be pissed because like a 6 point deduction means you're basically out.
Yeah,
like that just basically means you're eliminated unless like you fucking kill it. Like you have no room for error.
Exactly, and that's terrible, bro.
And that just ruined the players' chances.
Imagine if we knew we were already cooked, and that we're just like, bro, come on! Like I just did all of this work, all these 4 years for you to just mess this up, bro.
Crazy. Like, men's team though, in a shocking, or the men's USA team, I was watching briefly, like the first 15 minutes, we scored 3 goals on the men's New Zealand team, I believe it was.
Let's get it.
They were doing TikTok dances and shit. I was like, let's go.
It's USA.
Yeah. The women's team, we already know is going to body. We got Dennis Rodman's daughter scoring goals already. Wow. She's 22 years old. Fucking beast. She's tough. I'll show you the goal later. Wow. She fucking killed it. So As much as it's like, yo, boo the Olympics,
Yeah.
you just have this fucking event where all of the greatest athletes in the world just live in the same village for a month and a half. Can you imagine that's the one thing that makes me upset is like I would love to like experience that, but like I didn't have that amount of greatness in me. I just, it is what it is.
I humbled myself.
Yeah.
You humbled yourself.
It's the truth though. Like I'm not a track star.
Hey, you humbled
But
yourself, bro.
esports got added in the next Olympics in the USA. Training starts now, Mark.
I mean, I could train, bro, but you know
Let them
what
announce the game, and we lock in on those games for the next
Hey,
4
man,
years.
I could do that.
And we get to be in California, the Olympic Village, for a couple weeks.
Hey, man, I could do that. But you know what's going to happen. They're probably just going to like cherry pick the mess out of that, John.
No, but qualifiers are qualifiers. It doesn't matter who you are. Anybody can do it. Obviously, they're going to the focus is going to be on the pro teams.
The leagues and stuff like that.
And like, all we got to do is make a team. We don't got to win. Because like, we already know South Korea and shit's going to body everything.
Yeah.
League is going to be in there and it's a wrap.
Yeah, I'm not even getting near them.
Yeah.
Like,
We don't play those games anyway.
Exactly. That's a good reason why I don't.
Give us a Fortnite. Fortnite going to be in there, I think.
Cracking them 90s.
Or Rocket
bro.
League. I don't want to be on Rocket League, though.
I can't do Rocket
They're going to have fighting games.
I could probably get into doing fighting games.
Smash. Ninja Ultimate Storm.
Yeah, there you go. There we go. Bring us some Naruto,
Yeah.
bro. I'll be cooking, bro.
Bro, give me this new Dragon Ball coming out.
True.
That Sparking Zero. That's my space.
I'm in.
Bro, if there's Mario Kart, I'm going.
Yeah, go. I would say definitely.
I swear on everything, I'll do it.
I think
Whatever
you should.
the like they need from me. Cause like I'm not the best,
Imagine
but
that.
I'm also really good for somebody who doesn't play Mario Kart.
You know what I would say would be really cool? Because I think of it as like, since it's the Olympics is like a team thing all
Mhm.
around. So what if they had like team, like kind of like games? So I'm just thinking of like Overcooked. It's like 4
True.
people on different.
Everybody's just
consoles.
yelling at each other.
And you have to like try to obviously get like
Yeah.
a best score, you know?
Mhm.
So it'll be between the two teams with 4 people. And it's like whoever got the best score at the end of the timer. It's just
Yeah.
like, cook those eggs! Just see them screaming at each other.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
If you were to pick 5 games that you think would be, or at least franchises to be a part of it? Because like the thing that was difficult with esports is like it's constantly changing.
Yeah.
Like there's a new what the game is every couple years for the most part. So like if you say COD, which COD?
No, yeah. I honestly wouldn't think COD would probably be in it.
No?
To be honest, I don't think so. I mean, COD's just been such a weird place. Like, I think there'd be something a little bit more different. Like, I'm thinking maybe like League, obviously.
Yeah, League is standard. I think Rocket League is probably a safe one.
Rocket League could be off of the strength of the fact that like it's soccer in that
Yeah.
sense too. You
So
know,
it like just translates
it
well.
just kind of like makes it look good.
League is just too massive to ignore.
Yeah, probably something like Street Fighter or Tekken.
Yeah, I feel like
I feel
a fighting game will be one of those
I
two.
feel like it'd be one of those. So that's like 3 games.
And it's not like gory like Mortal Kombat, so I feel like it will fit best.
Yeah, as far as like trying to think of like shooters, I don't know.
Halo Infinite,
No, it could be, but I just haven't I feel like I haven't seen anything.
CS,
CS could be a good one.
CS or Valorant.
That'd be a good one. I could see.
It'd probably be Valorant.
Yeah. I mean, who knows though? Like Call of Duty with the new one coming out soon, like it could possibly.
I'll be able to, but then it's like you have to lock in on that now,
Yeah.
and then 4 years from now,
Hey, I mean,
like they have too many rotating titles. They would have to like lock in on one.
that is true.
You know what I mean?
Because every year that's why I say like Call of
Or like
Duty
Warzone. Like there's gonna be a battle royale in there.
But then again, it's like which one? Again, it's still like
Fortnite or COD. I feel
whichever is like
COD's too broken.
Yeah. That's why I say a COD. I don't know. It's very weird. Yeah. So now I'm like trying to like pinpoint like a different type of like genre of games, which is like what I'm like not sure of.
Yeah.
So I mean, the only other thing I could think of again is like a team game, which would be like Overwatch. You know,
Ooh,
like
that might be it.
that's something that.
But like they gotta fix their shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like
if
they downst that, bro, quit your job.
I'm just stay there locked in.
We're locking each other in a single room and we're figuring this out.
I'm like, bro,
We're
Vic,
bringing-
I'm just gonna go out to get some sunlight. No,
We're bringing back this Reinhardt, this Reinhardt comp.
It's So you said you're gonna go to the gym. I don't need you to get healthy.
Yeah.
I need you to get good.
Yeah. Don't touch grass.
Just stay in your screen.
That's another good one. So they got options, and like, but those are all games that like they don't have annual releases, so like
Exactly.
it'll work well.
Yeah,
like Rocket League, Street Fighter, like they release new titles, but there's like gaps.
But it's
between the
also,
next ones.
it's not always constant. And if anything, a lot of it translates over. If
Mhm.
anything, it's like very minimal things that change.
True.
Which is things that people I feel like could automatically like adapt to quickly.
Mhm.
It's not like going to be something like, oh my gosh, like what is this new? Like now left is up and up is down.
Yeah,
Like, no,
it's usually
not
it's
gonna
just
be
like copy paste, like
yeah,
graphics upgrade.
Exactly. It's going to be the same. So people get,
I hope they don't do sports games, like besides Rocket League. But like I don't want to see like Madden or 2K. Like there's a real one for
it's
that.
real one, but it's also just like, it's not entertaining to watch all
And
like that.
And they
you
don't
know?
do well. Like they've been all buggy as shit for the last couple of years.
Yeah, they just don't. They're just not entertaining to watch, in my opinion. It's like, okay, cool, but I'll just watch the real thing. You
Yeah.
know, by professional athletes that I can physically see and already know of. You know,
Love how like this got put in, but like baseball's still fine to get back in the Olympics.
Hmm.
They have the World Baseball Classic now because they got taken out of the Olympics. But like everybody's like, yo, can we be an Olympic team? Like,
Yeah, that does suck.
because like between the U.S. and like some of the Asian teams, like it'd be entertaining. Obviously, Japan just won the last Baseball Classic with Shohei Ohtani.
Hmm.
DR would have a chance. Puerto Rico would have a chance. So that'd be fun. But obviously, it's different. But yeah, it should be cool. I feel like those are some solid options. We'll see what happens. It just got announced like as the actual Olympics started, so it won't be. It'll probably start for the LA one that the US will be having.
Yeah,
So-
that'd be. Yeah, that's actually gonna be a crazy spot to actually introduce that to.
Mhm.
Yeah, that'd be pretty dope.
So that'd be fun. But
Ooh, you know, I
what?
just thought about probably like Rainbow Six.
yeah, but it's too cheesy, bro. Like, and another thing is like,
It is. Yeah, you're right. It's also like just way too patient. I
That-
feel like people are gonna need something that's a bit more.
yeah. Well, the
like,
people that like it, they'll appreciate it. But like,
Yeah.
just to be like hitting corners and like
you're just
a keyhole where you see like it change and you just headshot. My thing with
upside
that is
down.
like it'll be too sensitive. I don't know how they feel about having like realistic shooters for a game against like countries fighting each other.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's why I'm like Street Fighter, Rocket League, like
That's true.
Overwatch, you know, League. It's not realistic enough where it's just like, you know. That's why I was like Valorant over CS:GO
Yeah,
because like terrorists versus counter terrorists. Like,
that's also true.
yeah,
We just never mind.
that's why I was trying to avoid. Like, it was like Apex is like it's fictional enough where it's like you don't feel like you're actually killing anybody.
Apex would probably work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we shall see. Appreciate you guys for watching always. Appreciate the love on Instagram lately.
Yeah.
We've been getting hella likes and comments and shit. My phone, literally this entire episode, if you hear a vibration on my microphone, it's because Shredger liked our reel and a bunch of other you guys.
Shout out Shredger.
So yeah, appreciate the love always. Growing the channel as always. Content completely coming out. We hopefully will be out of the back rooms. I don't know when. I'm not going to say it's soon because it doesn't feel like it's soon. There's so many maps or like levels left and we still have more content that we haven't put out of it.
Yeah.
So no promises, but appreciate the love always. We'll see you guys next week. Tuesdays and Thursdays. You guys know the drill. We love you guys. See ya.